Yet another mortar attack on the Syrian city of Homs at the same time as a humanitarian convoy was making its way in. It's been a common scene in the last few days. The UN humanitarian chief says she's deeply disappointed by these attacks. Well, aid organizations are trying their very best to get food and medicine into the city, and as many as 2,500 people who are trapped inside out. Despite the attacks, the UN says it will keep pushing to deliver assistance in the area.
Our role in this process is to secure a safe exit for civilians, as some people have been trying to get out for 7 or 8 months now, but gunmen won't allow them. The terrorists are using them as human shields. We know that the militants will benefit from aid that will be brought to their areas, but we can't have people starving, even if this makes our mission harder.
Stephanie Decker joins us live from Beirut in neighboring Lebanon. We knew of an attack on Saturday on a convoy of aid. This one doesn't appear to be necessarily directly on a convoy, but pretty close.
Correct, and this is a very fluid situation. It's happening as we speak. What we're hearing from several opposition activist groups, they're saying that a number of civilians have been killed, also injured, while they were waiting to be evacuated from the old city. At the same time, what we understand from Syrian state television is that they say 40 civilians have managed to get out. They have managed to be evacuated today on Sunday, despite being shot at. So certainly a very fluid situation. It's happening literally as we speak. We understand that the United Nations is in there with armored vehicles. The Syrian Red Crescent not present today, and the UN, as you said, has always said, despite the challenges, this is the last day of this 3-day humanitarian pause, this ceasefire, very committed to try and get as many civilians out as possible and also to bring aid in.
Yeah, this is the point, isn't it? After today, there will not be a ceasefire, and I'm wondering how many out of the 2,500 or thereabouts people who they were trying to get out have actually been able to leave.
Absolutely. On Friday, we had 83 who came out. Yesterday, not a single civilian. So certainly this report of 40 managing to get out today is good news. We heard from the UN relief chief in Syria yesterday. He spent 6 hours inside the old city of Homs. He was talking about 222 who were ready to leave today. So we're going to have to keep an eye on how this develops for the next few hours, if any more civilians manage to leave. But of course, this comes ahead of Geneva. They will be sitting down face to face again on Monday. And this was always seen as an operation that they said should have been something that was more manageable, that this is something that needs to be agreed. It should be easier. So certainly if this is a failure, we can't call it a failure, but there's certainly many challenges, which highlights the difficulty that the politicians are facing in solving this crisis.
Steph Decker, thank you very much.